Hey everybody, it's Jim here. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about my desert island pedal. That is the Strymon Volante. But before I get started with this video, I want to make it be known, this is not a gear demo. I am not going to be going through all of the sounds of this thing. It would take me an eternity to do so. I will be playing some examples of some sounds I like and to show a few things that it can do that might surprise you. However, that's not the focal point of this. And now we can begin. The overwhelming majority of my gigging career, which has been 20 years so far, I've only used the effects that have been built into the amps that I've been using, mainly spring reverb and the tremolo. Every once in a while I'd go through delays, and I've had Strymon delays in the past. I had an El Capistan, fantastic pedal in its own right, but I always found myself, because I didn't use amps that had effects loops, really liking the overdriven sounds, so I ended up scrapping them and going back to basics. With that being said, once I've kind of switched into this whole quad cortex, using an amp that has an effects loop and not really relying on any of the onboard effects of that, this thing has become my most important pedal, even more so than the quad cortex, if you could believe that. Now, the foundation of the majority of tones that I personally use are based on a spring reverb. This Volante comes stock with the spring reverb. It's often an afterthought to a lot of people. However, I'd like to show you some of the ranges of tones you can get from it. So right out of the gate, I have my most important kind of effect covered with the Volante, and that's before we even get into the other features of it. Now, one thing I'm not going to be demoing here is the looper, because, I mean, you guys know how a looper works, but it's so intuitive here. I love the pause function of it. I love how you can kind of just keep layering and layering and layering. There's a lot of options, and well, quite frankly, I probably wouldn't be the best person to demo that anyways. I'm very basic. I put together one loop, I push the other button to make sure that there's no more recording happening on top of it. Then when I'm done, I turn it off. Then I realize I've started off here with the two secondary functions of the Strymon Volante. However, when it comes to the delays, this is why I love Strymon products. It is impossible to get a bad sound out of this thing. It doesn't matter if you're somebody like me who just wants to real quick mess with something, find it, and be done with it, or if you're somebody that goes super in-depth, because believe me, you can. With the playback heads, the amount of switching between the drum, the tape, all that kind of fun stuff, there is a multitude of things that you can do with this pedal, but you don't have to do it to get great, usable sounds. So wrapping up this short video, the Volante is a pedal that does what I needed to do. It does what I needed to do in a simple, efficient, and fantastic sounding manner. I simply couldn't find another pedal that I would rather have if I was only given the opportunity to have one. And no, I'm not counting a tuner in that. I don't think anybody really counts a tuner when you're talking about a desert island pedal. I think it's assumed we'll have a way to keep our instruments in tune. And the final thing I'm going to say about the Volante here, it is the perfect companion pedal for the Neural DSP Quad Cortex, in my humble opinion. It provides you with the looper, which who knows when we're going to get from those guys. They're working hard to do a lot of things, but in reality, we don't know when we're going to get that. Takes that out of the equation when you have the Volante. You have a spring reverb, which in my opinion sounds better than the ones that are stock right now on the Quad Cortex. That's just my own opinion. And then the Strymon delays, guys, I don't need to sell you on those. You know what they are. You know how good they are. That's all I got for you guys today. Let me know what your desert island pedal is in the comments down below. Other than that, I will see you tomorrow, hopefully, for a Harley Benton unboxing video. Until then, take it easy, you guys.